Australia have a man there. He's a logistics and disaster risk reduction manager. Graham Kenna, he says Tonga will rely heavily on foreign assistance in the aftermath of Cyclone Gita. He's on the third floor of the National Emergency Management Office in Nuku'alofa, and he told us how vulnerable the island is to sea surges.
Most of the shops in the CBD are no more than about 2 or 3 metres above sea level. The International Hotel on the waterfront is actually, the foyer part is probably at sea level. But, the people are still staying there, but there could be some sea surges there later on. But we've got, we've got police and fire crews here in the Nemo team. Reluctantly, we had a clean-up call during the week because there was a dengue fever outbreak here, so we got people to put all their rubbish out for pickup. And they've had to go out and clean that up today because it was frightened that would all become airborne this evening when the cyclone arrives.
Is there real trepidation there now? I was talking to the Met Service, not far away from you at the airport, or we way away, but they're predicting winds of potentially, if the full force of the cyclone hits where you are, they're predicting winds of 230 to 250 k.
Yeah, I believe that's gusts of that, but we're sort of expecting it could be 200, constant 200 for a few hours, with gusts up to anything. So it's a very, very serious system.
And a lot of the buildings, as you know, they're not that robust, are they? There's a lot of wood, a lot of fairly makeshift stuff, particularly where people are living.
Yeah, in the worst areas, which are very, very low, they will flood. But they're also a lot of those houses aren't built as well as we would have liked, and they will be suffering. But people have, for the last 2 days, they've started to take things really seriously here. People are moving out of their houses into evacuation centres. There is a state of emergency here at the moment, so the police have closed all the shops and banks and offices, and getting people off the streets, sending them home to prepare for the onslaught in a few hours' time.
Where are you going to be when the onslaught comes?
I'm going to be on the third floor of our building. I've been here for 2 days already, and I'll be on the third floor of our building. There's not a great deal that we can do tonight, but we need to be here in case people need to call us and need to get information, because Awa, the island adjacent to Tonga Island, it's also going to feel the brunt as well. So we need to make sure that they're supported by Nemo as well. So we'll have a skeleton crew here tonight, probably halfway through the cyclone. I may get a couple of hours sleep, and then fire up again in the morning when daylight comes, and we can hopefully get out and do an assessment of the situation.
And let's hope that it swerves and misses you there, but if it doesn't, you would be hoping, I guess, for NGOs and for Australia and New Zealand, the governments, to be ready to leap into action.
Oh, the Australian and New Zealand government have been in action since yesterday afternoon. We've already given them a list of things that we think that we will need here, a list of things that we do, types of personnel that we would require. It'll all depend on the signal that we give them tomorrow morning as to how much we need. Australian government has a field hospital ready to come over here, 50 medical staff if required. New Zealand government, along with the Australian government, have a lot of emergency relief items in Brisbane and also in Auckland. They're on standby, ready to come over. There's teams from both countries that are willing to come over here and assist if necessary. So, we're as well prepared as a tiny Pacific Island country can be. I'm quite confident we'll be able to do a fairly good job, but we're still going to rely on international assistance.